Hey, this is the Inner Trail Podcast with your host, Eric Raymond. And the topic for today is the void, or what I'd like to call maybe finding the void. It's sort of that deep, dark, quiet place that you find meditating that sometimes can take a really long time to find. Sometimes it can take a few weeks to find. And I feel like most people who start to meditate don't really find that place. They don't really find their true, I guess you could say, center of gravity, their true balance, and what it really can do mentally and physically for you. I know for myself personally, I wanted to find that place after hearing about it from a friend of mine, Mark, who he used to do it a lot in high school and middle school growing up, to the point where he would almost trip out being an hour or two into it. He said it was almost like LSD. Now, obviously, I wouldn't want to be experiencing that every day. That seems very intense. But, maybe a little microdosing, I guess you could say, of meditating is something that I've been trying to capture and find for a while now. Just because I feel like it's a very self thing, a very inner reflection thing, something that I think is a great natural healing tool. And I didn't really figure that out maybe until a month or two of taking it seriously and doing it on a daily basis. I feel like most people who get into it, they'll either hear about it on a YouTube video or they'll hear about it in passing, from someone who's stressed out, et cetera, et cetera. Like, oh, I do yoga. Oh, I do Pilates. You should try meditation. If you're not that flexible, it's still a way to calm your mind. There's plenty of ways that people get into it. But the biggest factor, I think, is wanting it for yourself and wanting to dive deeper and deeper to find not only yourself, but a sense of calm. Because a lot of people really don't understand that meditating can be, I don't want to say like an alternative for like coffee or caffeine or stimulants. It's definitely like, I guess you could say an anti-stimulant, because I've done it for about 2-3 years straight now. And whenever I finish, it feels like, I just got out of a massage, or I just finished sitting at the beach for like an hour. I mean, sometimes it can feel really, really good. Other times, you'll sit there and meditate for a little bit and it will feel like it wasn't worth it. Nothing happened. You feel pent up like I am now because I haven't meditated today yet. It's very stressful. But that's besides the point. I just really think that if I can somehow, through this channel and through this podcast, provide a way for my very stressed and very active generation to find just a little peace and quiet, it just melts the mind. It melts all your worries, whether you're facing college debt or a tough job or tough relationship, just hardships in general. Everyone has it. Everyone has responsibilities that they don't want, have too many of. And it just feels like it balances all of that in one, if that makes sense. Just sitting there to yourself and trying to clean your slate of, what's running through your brain and whatnot. It just feels like such a natural, fun detox. I think the big thing of it too is it's free. A lot of people take meditation classes, and I remember the last one I took, I felt antsy because I was sitting with 30 strangers that I didn't know. It's bad enough to want to get rid of stress, but it's even worse when you want to get rid of that stress and you're more stressed out trying to find solutions. So if there's a way that I can prove to you that meditation is a way for you to combat all that, for free. I mean, basically free. The only thing it really takes is your time. And I know we have a lot of it, and I know a lot of people feel like we don't, but a big thing I've learned in the past year or two meditating is just to make the time for it. And yeah, I know that was a quick little ramble for episode 1, but to really find that void, that presence of nothing, I'm telling you, it's worth it.